think I'm gonna do this review with Harley because I love her. Mwah. So I just got back from seeing Suicide Squad, which is exciting because I've been really wanting to see it for quite a while because the trailers have been out for like fucking ages, which is whatever. But the main thing I want to start out with is these fucking fanboys going against Rotten Tomatoes. Why? It's so fucking stupid. Like, just enjoy something. Not everything has to be a war with you guys. Like, if you want to enjoy a movie, enjoy a movie. Like, don't think the absolute world has to enjoy a movie for it to have credit. I don't understand that almost bullying mentality. Like, they make it not fun to be, like, nerds who enjoy this stuff. So, I guess that's, like, the main thing I should start out with. But another thing is, I liked this movie. Like, it was okay. It wasn't Oscar worthy. It's not groundbreaking. It's not like this beacon of hope for Suicide Squad lovers, but it's an okay movie. I enjoyed it. Like, the main reason I wanted to see it is because this is like Harley Quinn's first live action movie, I believe it is. And I was really excited for that because that was the main reason I wanted to go, because I love Harley Quinn. She was my favorite in the cartoon. She's just my favorite siren. I love her. And Margot Robbie did a really good job as her. Like, she had the just the finesse that she needed. And I'm glad that, like, she was good in it, because that was the main reason I was worried. I'm like, even if this is a shit movie, I hope Harley Quinn is good. And she was. So I guess in that aspect, I'm happy. In another aspect, I'm a little bummed because this was not that great of a movie. Like, if I had to describe it, this was like just a crock pot of every action movie ever, but the Suicide Squad was in it. Like, I think Will Smith did a good job. I think Jay Hernandez, I think his name is. I think he did a great job. I think he was my favorite one out of the bunch, introduction-wise, as Diablo, which was a little disappointing because in the end, he died. Or at least that's how they made him look. Like, I think if they wanted to bring him back, they could. And they probably will. Because I really liked him. The main problem I found with this movie is pacing, I guess. Like, a lot of the flashbacks to the introductions of the characters were so jarring, and they felt so out of place, and it disturbed the flow. Like, what little flow it had, it was disturbed by these flashbacks. And also, the villain wasn't that great. Like, I forget her name. It was like the witch, played by that model / actress, Kara, whatever. Like, Empress or what? I don't know her name. I forget her name. Whatever. I don't care. Like, that's how forgettable she was. I forgot her name and she was like the main villain. Like, that's just so dumb. Like, the effect, like, she was a witch goddess who was possessing a mortal who got the main sergeant dude to fall in love with her. And that was like her whole character. Like, she's just like this freaky god that's like, I will destroy the world with my Scooby-Doo CGI effects and my perfect abs. But she was just so weak. Like, it wasn't like threatening. This large scale that they built up in the end just fell so flat because she wasn't a good villain. But, like, I just felt like it would have been a better movie if it was just the Joker and Harley. And that's who the Suicide Squad had to take down. Like, if it was just that. Like, Jared Leto was very, like, eccentric. He was very all over the place. But he was very commanding. Like, if you could see, like, if I saw him in the role of villain, I would find it more acceptable. But as it was, flashback-wise, the editing for these flashbacks was so distracting and so in your face and so whatever. I couldn't really take it in. Like, I should, in my head, I'm like, I should love what I'm seeing, but I'm just not into it because the editing just reminds me that this is a movie. But I feel like I'm being so negative again, like I usually am, which I really didn't want to be, so I'm just gonna say what I liked about this movie. I liked Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I hope I see her again. I liked the Joker for who he was. I thought he did a good job. Jared Leto, very good. I loved Will Smith as Deadshot. Even though it was Will Smith being Will Smith, he was Will Smith as Deadshot, and I liked that. So, in Jay Hernandez, I really liked him. I hope he's back. I don't know what they'll do. Like, they said they killed Superman, but you know he's gonna be back. So, when they say they killed Diablo in this movie, I'm like, okay, when's his next movie? You know what I mean? But, all in all, I feel like this was an okay layout. Like, it's a good way to introduce these characters, you know? Like, I'm not expecting, like, the next Dark Knight or what have you. Like, this was just a fun enough movie. The soundtrack was great, the characters were alright, Jai Courtney actually showed emotion, which is rare. But, like, sprinkled on top is action movie cliches, dumb dialogue, and a weak villain. But if you can see past that and get to the good, like, you'll like it. If you're a DC fanboy, you'll like it, and you can like it without the whole world needing to be like, oh yeah, you're totally right. It's the best movie ever. Like, who cares? As a fan, I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it a lot. And it was just a fun night. So, I'll watch it again. And I definitely liked it more than fucking Batman v Superman, that's for sure. Because it didn't take itself too seriously. Like, that's what we have to remember. It's a ridiculous plot for a ridiculous movie, and that's how we should treat it. So, that's it. I'm sorry my voice is going a little bit. It's really dry in here. But, I give this movie about a 7. Maybe a 6.75, I guess. If that's... No, I'm just going to give it a 7. Who fucking cares? The soundtrack alone makes it a 7. So, that's it. Let's say bye, Harley. Say bye.